On March 27, 2020, during NASA's NEOWISE mission on the Wide Field Infrared Survey Explorer, or WISE, space telescope, observers first spotted a small, icy solar system body, approximately 1.7 astronomical units, or 160 million miles away from Earth, that would later become a naked-eye celebrity comet.
So comets will appear very fuzzy. It's almost like a faint smudge of light when you see a comet, and it's usually only visible in binoculars and telescopes. What most people may not realize is that there could be as many as 20 new comets discovered every year. But the reason we don't ever hear about them is because they are so faint, they never get to reach naked eye visibility. This one is really hitting the news because it is bright.
By July 2020, the comet had come close enough to Earth and become bright enough to see with the naked eye that it gained worldwide attention. With the moniker Comet NEOWISE, the comet earned a rightful place amongst some of the brightest naked-eye comets in recent history, surpassing even recent beloved comets Swan and Atlas. As a circumpolar comet, NEOWISE is easy to see in higher latitudes, and for much of its flyby was visible in both early morning and deep evening skies.
It's been a while for us to have something like this, and it's really, really cool. It shows that the solar system is changing. We're seeing new things. We're discovering new things. I don't know. I just think it's really, really cool to be able to connect that. And comets have been attached to many historical events over, in human history.
During its journey, the apparent magnitude or brightness of the comet changed over time. In early June, while traveling within 20 degrees of the sun, the comet appeared at a magnitude of 7 and was overwhelmed by the brightness of our star. By the end of the month, it had brightened to a magnitude of 3, and by July, at a magnitude of 1, NEOWISE shone like a diamond in the sky.
I love comets because when you get a really pretty one like this that reaches naked eye visibility, that's pretty rare. We only get one like this every 7, 10, maybe even 20 years. While this isn't as bright as, say, Hale-Bopp was in '97, it's still an incredibly beautiful event. You don't want to miss it because it is rare, and you get a chance to actually learn a little bit about it. You get a chance to kind of take in, whoa, what is going on? And did you know that you're looking at primordial material that's 4.6 billion years old? You get a chance to get that window.
And this comet had more in store than just brightness and beauty. By the time it was close enough to be seen with the naked eye on Earth, the comet began to show off not just the one dust tail we typically associate with these flyby visitors, but a second one as well.
You cannot always see two tails. In fact, you need a really prominent comet in order to notice the two tails. The one that most of us see and think about is called the dust tail. And that's the debris, the ice and dust and pebbles that are melting off of the comet and following in kind of a curve in the comet's orbit. So the comet is essentially leaving a river of dust behind in its orbit. But you also have gas that is being sublimated off of the comet's nucleus, and the sun's solar energy is going to ionize that into what's called a gas tail. Now that's usually very, very subtle. It takes photography in order to see it. But this comet definitely has it. And one of the things that's making this comet especially noticeable, especially popular, is the fact that it even has a tail. A lot of comets that appear don't even develop much, if any, tail at all.
Comets like NEOWISE, that can be seen from the ground, have fascinated people around the world for centuries, inspiring astronomers and historians back to the ancient Egyptians and beyond. And they still today inspire astronomy and the work of astrophysicists everywhere.
This is a long period comet. What that means is that this thing has been hurtling through space for 4,000 plus years, finally made it to perihelion, its closest approach to the sun, has swept around, and now is heading back out and will not be seen again for another 6,000 years. That's the coolest part. This is the only time you're going to see this comet in your lifetime. And the last time this comet has been traveling through space was during the time of the building of the pyramids. I mean, that's just the coolest part. Maybe a little bit earlier than that, but still, just the time scale is just absolutely amazing.
These flyby visitors do more than inspire astronomy. They inspire us all and give us all the opportunity to become observers and part of the astronomical community.
You know, when you have a rare event in nature, it's something that I think people need to feel. It's an experience of something out there that has perspective, that has something natural to it that we feel, akin to. It's like when we go to the national parks, we feel like there's a spiritual connection, if you will, or some kind of a way of feeling like you're a part of nature and a participant. So if you're going to go out to view it, make sure that you have a nice, flat, dark horizon over toward the northwest. And make sure that your eyes are adjusted. Don't use white lights, things like that. And definitely make sure you have binoculars, because that's where it's really going to shine. It is fun to see it with the naked eye, because you will still notice a hint of the tail this week as it is moving further away from the sun. It's fading. But if you have binoculars, especially big ones, or a small telescope, please be sure and use them, because you'll get a chance to see some interesting detail. And don't take your time. One of the things about looking at the real thing is it's not a photograph. And so you need to give time for it to build up in your eyes.
While looking with a telescope or binoculars will always enhance the view of bright naked eye comets, NEOWISE can also be found using some recognizable stars in the night sky. But only if we go out and hunt for it.
Go out there, look towards the north, find the Big Dipper. Everybody knows the Big Dipper. They know this, the 3 stars in the handle, 4 in the bowl. Look for the Big Dipper and use the 2 bottom stars of the cup and go down. And if you have a pair of binoculars, kind of find those stars of the Big Dipper, go down and you'll see Comet NEOWISE in the view. And if you have a dark enough sky, if you can get out to dark skies, please do it, because you can actually see it with your eyes. And it's just incredible to see that with just your eyes. No use of telescope, binoculars. So that's what I would say. Go out, find a clear, dark horizon towards the northwest, and just have fun. But go out there, enjoy it, and happy comet hunting.